So welcome back to the Element Build. Today I'm going to be working on the intercooler, which I started messing around with everything already. My car's up on some blocks, well, up on some ramps, and the bumper's off. And now I'm just starting to mock up exactly where everything's going to be going, which I wanted to save that cross brace, but it literally was not even that big. Like it didn't do anything structural. I want to keep the crash, the folding points, just in case. But I think I'm going to use this square bar to tie back into here, which is probably stronger than what was here. So now I'm just going to mock this up, and I'm going to tie it into here and just put a little bracket here, and then just put some tabs just to keep this intercooler in place. And then I'm going to do 2 more mounts on the bottom. But all right, let's get into it, and I'll put you on a time lapse. Go figure. I wish I had advice. I think of what I'm gonna do is, since I just tacked those on, I think I'm gonna put a little triangle here just so this doesn't move back and forth. So I might gusset here, and I'm just gonna weld 2 tabs, one right here, one right here, and then same thing with this side, just run a little corner, and I'm just gonna round all these down so it's nice and smooth. And I think that will be plenty to support this, especially since I'm going to make the brackets on the bottom too. So this is only just to hold it in place. Doesn't have to be crazy good. That works out way better than trying to hold it with your hand. You know, why would they be 12 mil? Why can't they just be 10s? Well, I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. And we'll pick this back up tomorrow. Well, I'm back at it. I didn't like how this came out, so I remade it, and it's a little bit more beefy. And then, so I made those brackets. I made these brackets underneath here. Simple little things. I just weld them right to the radiator support. And I'm gonna do the rubber isolators. All I got is rubber grommets here. But I'm gonna do the same thing for the top too. I'm gonna put a little rubber isolator in here. So what I have going on right now is I cut this hole. I do not have a hole saw or like a little die grinder. I'm gonna order them so I could just die grind this all nice and neat. Right now it's just hacked to hell. And also I'm doing stainless steel intercooler piping instead of aluminum because I don't have an aluminum welder. So I just go on what I know. So I'm gonna do stainless steel all through here. I'm gonna run this one right through the hole. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. So this top one is gonna run right through here. And then it ends right there. I'm just gonna throw a 90 on or cut a little bit shorter, throw a 90 and come up right where my intake is right now. And then this one, my other one, I did a little pie cuts. So this one is gonna go right here. I'm gonna fish it through here and it'll come up. I'll show you. It'll come up right here, right through this little hole here. So I have all this space and I'm just gonna come right up and probably just 90 right into it. But yeah, I'll have plenty of space in here. So I'll set you up on the tripod and let's do some welding. And I can't move this just a little bit, just to make sure it's perfectly straight. Now I am getting rid of this spacer and this throttle body. I actually got a 90 mil throttle body from K-Tuned. So I don't need this whole this whole thing. So I'm going to go to 4-inch, from 4-inch to 2.5, which kind of sucks, but hopefully come next year I'll do 3-inch for I want to do water to air intercooler. So I'll put the water to air intercooler on this side and just run the lines to the condenser. I think that will do it right there. I'll just weld this up. Let me show you what I got so far, which I was just looking at this. I'm just going to cut this right in half because I need this side and this side, because this one, good. There we go. So that's just about a straight shot. That's in there. Which that's why I'm gonna cut that other 90 in half, because then I'll probably just have a straight shot if I just put that end on. And then this one, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. So this one is gonna go here, and I'm gonna use the other half of that 90. I'm just gonna run it right off the end and start angling it towards this way. And then straight shot. Is it gonna be a straight shot? I don't know. Can't see. Oh, there it is. It might be after I get around everything. But that's it for today. I'm just gonna finish welding this up and call for today. Like I said, I'll probably pick this back up tomorrow and finally situate my whole intercooler setup. Almost done. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. So I'll pick this right back up. Later for now. Well, I had to put this on hold for a day, and it was kind of like rainy yesterday, and plus I had to build this. So I had this in my yard. It's an 8x10 shed. But I had it in my yard and I set it up on the pallets. But the problem with these plastic sheds, it has to be perfectly level. Because if it's not, nothing lines up. Like the walls won't line up. There's little pins in the bottom. See these pins here? So those pins on the bottom, they do not go into the plastic if there's any like little wave or something, like the unevenness of what I had. So I had to set it up on here for now, for the winter time. And then I'll have to, I want to put it back over here, and I'm just going to level this whole spot here. And I'm going to put the plastic shed on here, and I'm also going to put my other shed. I'll have to put my other shed over there too. Just trying to free up some space. I want to free up this whole spot here, because when I have my pool on the pad, then I can have a nice little, maybe I could just build a deck off my my back porch and make this like a more entertaining area. Or shit, just put a garage here. That'd be perfect. Now I put my pool up every year on this pad. That's actually why I built this pad. But all right, enough talking. Let's get right back into this. So what I have done, I don't know if I mentioned in the other day, but this is done, painted. It's solid. It's not going anywhere. I did the mounts on the bottom. Right now I have this one done. This one's gonna be here. And it's gonna go up through. I'm gonna take my battery box out, which if you notice, there's a hole that I'm gonna come through right there. So I'm gonna take my battery box out just to make it easier for routing. And then this one's gonna come right through here. I get it through there, one hand. So this one's gonna line up here. It's right to there, which I'm just gonna do a 45. I'm switching this too, which I did talk about, which I have a K-tuned one. Oh, actually, I'll go get it in a little bit. But I have a K-tuned one, so this is gonna be way shorter. So I think I'm just gonna run the 45. I really don't want to do the silicone hose, the 4 to 2.5. But the transitions that I would have to do to get it to a 4 for the steel, or even for aluminum, is going to push this way back. So I might as well do the silicone coupler from 4-inch to 2.5, and I could actually order it in a 45. So this will be done. Now I actually got to find somebody that's, maybe my friend will be able to bead-roll all these pipes, because I need this bead-rolled. I need this end bead-rolled. The other pipe I need bead-rolled on that side. So, all right, let's set you up, and we'll keep moving forward here. Man, this little tiny piece got me. Look, right there. It's like a little thing is sharp. This is the one I picked up. Marketplace Scores. I got this thing for dirt cheap. Literally less than half of what it cost. Sensor would work. I need the, I don't know if you can see that, but I need, was it the K20, the RSX, the IAC. Sucks, but whatever. I'll just order, I'll plug these for now, because in my in the K-tuner I could actually disable this. I could disable it, so I'll plug it for now, and then I'll actually order one, because I want to try to keep it for the most part, because it does make your street car anyway. It makes it idle better. So let's plug these up. I don't know if I have any plugs. So these right here were for my previous turbo build. I actually had a Honda Civic EK 4-door with D series, and I had these couplers on there, which I think they should be 2.5. I think that's what I have. Yeah, I could have swore I had more of these, but I guess I don't, because I was just going to use those instead of ordering them, because they're like $10 a piece. But whatever. I'll use this to keep everything together. I'll order black ones. I'm gonna trim these corners off and this bracket, so I'll just cut this bracket right off too. I still have plenty of material for to bolt my battery down. Shouldn't be a problem. I could always remake that bracket anyway and relocate my battery. All right, let's see where that ends up. It's gonna be close. Here's the pipe right here. It's getting to be that time. I have to go pick up my son and then come back, hopefully get this all figured out. And I'll pick it back up in a little bit. Maybe I'll eat too, because I'm starving. All right. Remember the progress. And this came out, this is actually really nice. With cutting that off, I have so much more room. And I was thinking even replacing this, like doing my own bracket and like putting my battery this way, because this is just a tab here for the wire. If I put my battery right here, that'll actually give me tons of room to do whatever I want right here. But we'll see. I just want to get it all working, and then we could always fine tune it at a later date. But not bad. So as you can see, it's all back together. Got the bumper back on. I had to cut out some footage because it was starting to get a little long, this video. So I got the 4 to 2.5, which I don't really like this, but it's gonna have to do for now. Like I said, I want to change all of this into water to air intercooler setup. But yeah, all my piping's together. I got Mishimoto clamps or couplers, top and bottom, and also right there I did Mishimoto. So everything is running good, but now here's my issue, and it kind of sucks, but as you can see right in there, if you look past the fins, I'll stick my finger in there, I'm getting oil. So that means I'm gonna have to rebuild my turbo, which kind of sucks, but that shouldn't take me that long to do. I thought I wasn't running a restrictor before, and I thought I was just getting oil that way, but I actually put the restrictor in and I'm still getting oil seepage. And if you notice, it's even coming out of my exhaust. So rebuild turbo time, that'll probably be the next video. But other than that, I mean, we're getting so close, it's almost ready to go. Getting excited and can't wait to just start driving and enjoying this. So that's going to do it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Later for now.